Welcome back to another Overwatch Coach VOD review. Today we are VOD reviewing a Bronze 4 Kiriko. Hi, this is my first ever FPS game and I've only been playing for about a month. I enjoy playing Kiriko and Mercy the most and I really would love advice for things I can work on. So I looked at both replays. The first one was an unranked game. I don't VOD review unranked games, so I went to the second one. So in the second replay, I played as Kiriko. I felt like I played pretty well during the first round, and I'm not sure what to do better in the second round. Alright, so let's just give this a watch here and see what we got. So, this is our Kiriko. So Kiriko can work well here. Kiriko's one of the meta heroes. Mercy is 2 for support, Ana being the 3rd. In terms of things to be cleansing, really it's just the Ash Dynamite. And you could time it on a well-placed Diva Bomb. Might be a lot to ask out of a bronze player though, but just throwing out those options as things you could be using your E ability on. Otherwise, probably pairing your ultimate with Soldier is probably going to be the play. Normally what you want to do with Kiriko ultimates is, use them at the beginning of team fights, making sure that your team is at 5 when you use it, pairing it with other heroes that work well with the speed boost and the rapid fire. So Soldier, when he's ulting, might benefit from that one. So, let's see what we got here. Otherwise, normally out of Kiriko's, I like to see them not dying because of their high mobility and escapability. And I like seeing about roughly 1k damage done, at a minimum, per round. And that's assuming the round goes a fair amount of distance. If the round is a little on the quicker side, then obviously not so much. But you should be able to get about 2 shots off per round of heal. And that's assuming you've got line of sight to take the 2 shots and all that. If not, just do what you're doing. Heal your Soldier. Baptiste's primary job is going to be healing the Sigma. So your focus should be a little bit more heavier to the DPS than the tank. Right now, you're kind of treating yourself like a main healer. And I would look at getting a few shots off. You're getting a little heal heavy here. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so there's a Widow right there. You gotta make sure you're out of the line of sight of that Widow. Good headshot. You guys should be kind of falling back here a little bit, though. That Sigma's not moving his shield at all, which is not a good sign in terms of the Sigma talent level you're playing with. As we read in the matchmaking video that I made a day ago, if you're a new player, they're putting a lot into the new players into Bronze 5. So you being in Bronze 4, consider that a little bit of a compliment. Yeah, so when Diva remeched, you're busy just staring at the ground for some reason, which is unnecessary because you're already just safe from it. But while you're staring at the ground, Baby Diva just walks up to you guys and squishes you. More awareness, more situational awareness there would have been good. You don't need to be looking at the ground. You don't need to be using your E ability. If you wanted to use your E ability when the mech got called, that could have been actually a real 5-head style play. But yeah, doing what you did was pointless for the E ability part. You were safe where you were. You didn't need to worry about anything else outside of the Diva walking up on you. Now you guys should be able to get back and contest this one more time, assuming... Ooh, nice shot. Assuming you support your tank enough. Yeah, he couldn't contest enough, he was low. Don't commit ults here. Their spawn is now right behind this little doorway, you know, this little wall, I mean, right here. So any kill you get, they're going to be respawning and right back into the fight. Any kill that happens on your team, they've got a long way to go to get back here. So it really, the second that they took the point, unless you guys started getting picks, which right now it's even 4-4, really you guys should be starting to pull back behind the bridge and slowly working your way to the next choke. Getting ready to hold the next choke, rather. So again, another E ability that, I don't know, kind of a nothing one. If you had it now, you could cleanse a couple people that are on fire. See, this is sloppy on just, this is bronze level gameplay right here. There's so many ults being committed to something that's not an advantageous choke for you guys to be holding now that they have the spawn door moved up. So teleport to your tank. He's on the other side of the wall. Yep, there you go. It's almost like you heard me. And that's the choke right there. That's the choke you should be holding. Moving up beyond that is risky. I mean, if you're the tank, maybe you can poke a little bit, but they're already pretty much moved up to that spot. So like now if you had your ultimate and pushing them back, that could be a little bit more advantageous. Not saying necessarily use it here, but like once they come back from spawn and as they regroup, that's where I would probably have been looking to use my first ult after not holding that first choke at all. What the hell was your Tracer doing? So you're getting into really heavy heal bot territory here. You're not throwing any damage shots out at all. Now I get that your tank is low and you gotta heal him up and all that, but there were opportunities there to get a shot or two off and you're just not taking them. Kind of like what you did there, except do more of that. You know, again, you can get about 2 damage shots off per round of healing wave. So get in the habit in situations where you've got a hurt teammate in front of you, but you also have enemies in front of you. Maximize your usage of abilities there. Take a shot, throw out a wave of healing, take a shot or two, throw out a wave of healing. Ulting here might not be the worst thing in the world, frankly, although your Tracer is struggling, and there's not a lot you can do about that. But the rest of your team was there until your soldier just went in without... Like, your DPS are feeding like they're frontlining. And there's, again, only so much you can do about that. Heal, what? Yeah, now at that point you gotta get out, but you kind of like stopped using everything and just kind of, I don't know, got stuck there. Getting to where that soldier was just a second ago, that would have been the room to escape to, and then just throw out a wave of healing, and then hide, heal, hide kind of thing. But yeah, Orisa was able to tank the damage, so your team held the cart, which is good. So I would look at maybe climbing to high ground. Good shot. Don't get set on fire. Too early. You used your E ability too early. But the lamp saved you guys. Okay. So that's a good hold. That's very doable. So alright, so the number one problem I'm seeing right now is on the team comp side is this. Zen and Sombra. So the Zen, because the healing is gonna be rough for you. now you will kind of have to go into heal bot mode because Zen's just gonna have trouble keeping up the extra wave of healing. Now, if he's doing damage, then that might negate this a bit. And your team is going to need damage, so Zen's not the worst pick in the world, but it's going to make your life a little difficult. The other thing that's going to make your life difficult is having a Sombra on your team, because Sombra's probably, at the moment, the weakest DPS in the game. So, yeah, good luck. And on top of that, it's a bronze Sombra, so, yeah. Okay, you needed to get a wave of healing to your Zen. You had him in your sight, but you're just like really hyper focused on healing the soldier. As soon as you got that wave off, you should have went straight to the Zen and healed him, or through your E ability. I mean, he's low enough where you might need it, but you're just not. So you're sending a whole nother full wave of healing to a soldier who's now at full health. That Zen needs anything here. Yeah, by the time you saw it, too late. Like, had you have E'd that, you'd have kept him going. So what you're doing there is what I want to see more of. It's like you do it, but you get stuck out of that. That would have been a good time to E. You would have cleansed the fire and maybe kept him going a little longer. Yeah, that Zen is struggling.
Lick my wounds. Let's go.
Okay, you could have teleported to that soldier the second you got out of spawn and potentially kept him alive. I don't have a clue what your Orisa thought they were gonna do there. They just walked in 1 vs 5 and died. You guys need to group up as a group of 5 again and try to move in together. So the Sombra got a pick, but Mercy rezzed it. The Sombra should have camped the body and made sure the Mercy didn't res it. Cleanse the Orisa. You should be cleansing Orisa. Yeah, you gotta pay attention to your Zenyatta. You're not even looking at your Zen. Zen dies very easily. And without getting any healing, he's just going to keep dying. Oh, he's gonna die on. He's gonna respawn and die. And play Respawn Simulator. You gotta be looking at him. And that's why I said playing with a Zen as Kiriko is gonna make your life difficult. It can work, but it requires a level of play style that you're clearly not ready for yet, because you're not even looking at the Zen. Your priority is healing Orisa, and that's it at the moment. E yourself. Good, good. Yeah, so you should have walked behind these boxes here. Broke line of sight of the Orisa and waited for your healing to kick in. Or climb over the boxes, throw out a wave of healing, duck back down again, that kind of a thing. Teleport to your tank and try to heal him. Not sure why you're not teleporting out of spawn. Yeah, so that maybe could have been saved. At this point, just get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Not sure why you're throwing healing at the enemy Orisa, but get out. Yeah, your Genji's just staggering himself.
Feels like sunlight, huh?
60 seconds remaining.
So again, you gotta heal your other healer here. You could be teleporting to your Moira and healing them. Staying with the Genji, a little on the risky side here. Teammates need healing. Yeah, you're getting your left and right clicks confused a little bit here. Shoot the trap. Try to aim at a headshot level. You're aiming low. So kind of poor positioning here. You could be playing... shoot. I would say play either right here or right up here. You could wall climb up here and play up here and then just heal down like that. And then you're kind of out of harm's way from taking stray shots. Because your team needs you alive here. Unfortunately, yeah, so I mean, think about it this way. Your team's probably going to get wiped from that Junkrat tire. But let's just say you were playing one of the 2 high ground spots that doesn't have the tire up here. And you see the tire, and it's like chilling right there, and you throw your E ability down and you cleanse them and they don't die from it, then who knows what happens. I mean, I don't know. Your DPS aren't doing you guys any favors. Your tank is kind of feeding too to some extent, but there was more you could have done on this round, but I don't know that it would have been enough to win the game or to have gotten you out of this choke. Your DPS again are not doing you any favors. Your tank kind of fed to some degree too, so number 1, right click. Left click. It seems like you were getting those 2 confused a little bit. 2, DPS more. Keep in mind I'm saying DPS more, but don't get overboard with it. Again, Kiriko should do roughly about 1k damage minimum per round. Now, I'm not saying you would have had 1k on that attack round because it didn't go very long, but make sure you're doing damage as Kiriko. And the reason I say that is because if you're not, you might as well just be playing Mercy. Because if you damage boost on Mercy for an entire round, about how much damage do you boost in a round? And it's roughly about 1k, give or take a little bit. I mean, it might be more and it might be a little less, but you're probably going to be averaging around that 1k marker. And so if you're going to heal bot as Kiriko and you're not doing damage at all, you're now causing an even more of a damage disparity when you have a Mercy on your team, because Mercy doesn't really do any damage outside of what she damage boosts for the most part, unless you pull your pistol out. So with Kiriko, you want to make sure you're getting about 1k damage minimum. And if you can do more than that while keeping your team alive, by all means do it, but make sure you're keeping your team alive. And then 3, positioning abilities. Make sure you're using your abilities, teleporting, wall climbing, getting into high ground positions, trying not to stand in areas where you're going to catch random flak of random damage coming in your direction. And I think that will help you out a lot as well. So I hope this VOD review was helpful to you. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.